So, the Neural DSP Quad Cortex, what is it like as a capture box?
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Yo guys and dolls, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, if you're also you know what we're about by now, please consider subscribing if you've watched any of my content and you enjoy it. It helps the channel out, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. Try my best to just boost the channel this year. I don't know whether YouTube's a dying breed now or not, but we'll fight the good fight. So, what we're going to do today is something slightly different. Instead of just like capturing an amp, what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture a Steve Vai Carbon Legacy drive, and then try to create a Steve Vai tone, which I've done now on the Helix. I've done it on a Helix, on the Headrich Prime. I've done it on a few different modelers. Let's do it on the Quad Cortex while capturing my Carbon Legacy drive, and we're also going to capture the Gemini green side and the Gemini distortion red side as well, so we can actually create a Steve Vai pedal and amp model, and I'll post that up onto the Cortex cloud as well, so you guys can download it and see what you think. I'm not going to capture it with a cabinet. I'm going to use a cabinet IR from inside the Quad Cortex and match it as best as I can. But yeah, let's just go through the process of that and see what happens. Hopefully it won't be a long one. We'll go through it. As I go through it, we'll go through it. So any hiccups or mistakes or problems you'll hear as quick as I hear. So this is just how it's going to be. So let's go and do that. Let's capture a Steve Vai preset on the Neural Quad Cortex. Let's do it. Right, so here we are at just an empty patch. So what I'm going to do, actually what I'll do, I will do this Doom style eye thing that we did last time. It seems to work. So here we are. So basically I'm going to go 3 little buttons at the top, and I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom, new neural capture, and it will tell me exactly how I need to set this up. So I need an instrument cable, which is this. Oh, I didn't get that stuck in there. Which is this bad boy, and that's going to go into input 1. And then I'm going to go ahead. And then what we need to do is we need our left and right, which I've got set up there, my XLRs there. So next, capture out. So this is the input of the target device. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a cable out of this capture knob, the capture output, and I'm going to put that into the input of the Carbon Legacy drive. So let's do that now. This guy into there, and then out of the Legacy drive, which is basically just a preamp of a Carbon Legacy 2 amp, and there's the input there that you can see. So now I'm going to go next, and it wants me now to come out of the output of the Carbon Legacy drive back into the Quad Cortex, which I will do in a second. I just need to go and get a lead. Right, now for some reason I've got a nasty amount of hum coming from somewhere. So I'm going to see if I can get rid of that. And I can't. It's just happening. So, fucking knows what I'm going to do with that. Let's just see what happens. So, horrible. It's only going to get worse. Only going to get worse. So I need to bring my level 2 down a bit. I bring my level 1 up a bit. I want it kind of just clipping red. So let's see what happens with that. I've got a kind of Cali rectifier 412, which will do for now. We can change that up at some point. It just means that I've got something on there. If I go to the high gain setting, that is awful. There's a massive loop somewhere which will most probably just not work. Don't know how the hell I'm gonna... Don't know whether that's even gonna do anything. That is awful. Anyway, let's start the capture and see what happens. So this is just going to take a while, but that, I don't think this is going to work. I think it's going to fail, because that is just an absolute nightmarish level of feedback, which I'll have to try and compensate, I think, with some preset settings. Right, so that is now done. It's given me the option to go to reference and Quad Cortex. So this is the Cortex capture. Which, as you can hear, has got 0 hiss on it. Whereas what we had going in was an absolute hissy mess. Okay, so now let's try the reference. Cortex. Reference. So the Cortex has eliminated the hum. Like, this is the worst case scenario this could possibly ever be. The mess of a noise that is. Yet the Cortex is giving me this. How's it done that? Like, what the fuck has that done that? Anyway, right, so what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and go back through that again and try and get the reference to not be an absolute mess. But at the minute, the Quad Cortex has captured that legacy quite well. That's crazy. Right, okay, let's go back and see if I can clarify the reference track, and then we'll model that again. But up to now, that's weird. How the hell it got rid of all of that hum? Unless it's not hearing the hum. It's got to be. So yeah, reference again. Cortex. So all the flavour's there, it's just without the hiss. I don't know, crazy. Right, let's see if I can clear this up and then we'll try that again. So yeah, I've just been back and tried it again, and it's the same thing. I don't know whether it's just like a bad earth or something in the studio. Something's going on. Hummy nightmare on the way in, but yeah, crystal clear on the way out. Weird. So I'm doing the same with the clean channel now. I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to go get my Gemini pedal, and I'm going to model, I'm going to capture both Gemini distortion pedals. Tell you what though, that's genius. It just basically means if you've got a really horrible noisy amp, it'll clean it up for you. Magic. Right, okay, let's have a little go with this. And then I'll throw it in a preset, we'll listen to what it sounds like as is, and then we'll go and model the Gemini distortion pedal. Or maybe we'll just go and do that first and then we'll build the patch. Let's do that first, then we'll build the patch. Right, so clean channel, currently happening, 66%. See you guys in a sec. So clean channel now would be this. This is what the Quad Cortex has captured. And here's the reference. So this is the genuine the clean on the pedal. Capture. Actual pedal. As close as you can get, I suppose. But isn't that weird? It's got rid of all that noise. Just in the magic. Right, cool. Okay, let's go and get the Gemini pedal sorted out. So that's the overdrive done. Well, the tube screamer side. So this is what the Cortex has got. And this is what the reference was. Cortex. Reference. Tells the Cortex just bloody quiet. Again, sounds very close to me. It's going to be weird because it's obviously not in a mix at the minute, but we'll do that. So I'm going to do that for the red channel as well, and then we'll see what happens. We'll put a build together. Right, okay, whew, let's go. So now we have the red side captured. So here's the Quad Cortex rendition. And the reference. It sounds something is really wrong with that. Okay, it sounds like there's a lot less gain than there is on the actual pedal. Interesting. Right, okay, let's go back and have a little look at that. There's definitely something not right with that, but maybe it's okay when it's in the thing. I don't know. Very difficult to capture this type of stuff. Let's have a look anyway. So I'm going to save that and then we'll see what happens. Ooh, so after much faffing about, because I think there's something, it didn't capture the red channel particularly well. I don't know whether that's something I was doing wrong or not, but anyway, we'll get to the end of that. So basically what I've done now is I've gone to the Gemini video of Steve Vai. I've tried to marry up some of the sounds that he had. So he had his normal legacy amp, then he put in the boost pedal. And I've married up the boost to that. Then he played a clean channel and then he added the red distortion to the top of that. And I've tried to get that as close as possible as well. I've changed the cabinet on the preset to the stereo Cali standard 90s. So it just sounds a little bit brighter, it's a little bit more present. But I am going to put this whole preset up on the Cortex Cloud so you can have a little go with the preset rather than and then obviously the individual captures are going to be in there as well. But you do have to tweak about a lot with the drive pedals. So that's what I've had to do really. So first off, this is just the amp, the distortion amp. Then I'll kick in the tube screamer, or the green side of the Gemini. Okay, and then what he does, he then plays a clean channel with a load of effects on. So I've added those effects. So we've got a nice little bit of chorus, and these are all built-in presets. So basically everything in here now you should be able to get without any additional purchases. So I've added a little bit of lush reverb, a dotted eighth quarter note delay in stereo. So that's what that gives you, and then we've got a little bit of ambient chorus. So that's what the clean sounds like. And if you kick in the drive, that might be a bit too top-endy. It might be a little bit mellower than that, so I could bring the treble down a tad. That's where I've got to with it. It's close enough. Need to do something about that red Gemini channel though. It's not gone into the Quad Cortex particularly well, but it went in and I've managed to get a tone. So personally I prefer the Legacy with the Tube Screamer. Sounds pretty good. So that's gonna be it for the capture of a Steve Vai kind of tone. I think it's modelled the 808 or the green channel really well, and it's modelled the amp really well. It's just that red channel of the Gemini, I don't know what's happening there. I'll have to get to the bottom of it. But yeah, that's what we've got. Awesome guys, so that's what capturing on a Quad Cortex looks like. I will post this up on my Cortex Cloud if you want to download it, and there's a few other models in there as well. but I'll upload it as a patch so you've got all my presets and everything, because you do have to tweak around the drives a little bit. Right guys, hope you enjoyed that little exploration into capturing on Quad Cortex. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.